In this chapter, I would like to explain about how to fork a repo. Okay. Fork means, I want to capture one GitHub and I want to put it into my local repository. Repo means repository. So, people knows the repo, okay, repository. And first, we are going to fork a repository, and then we will clone it to create a local repo on your computer. And then we are going to make some changes. Okay. If I have some changes to the file, and then I will state this change and then commit this change and successfully push your code to your fork repo in the GitHub. So we will try to make this kind of step. Okay. First, I give you another GitHub, and this GitHub name is Login Project Additional. In this GitHub project, you need to click the fork, and then after you click the fork, you can log in to your GitHub. So for example, okay, I have this GitHub. So this is the Login Project Additional. If you see this example, you can see there is fork here. What means someone is watching this GitHub. Fork. We are going to fork into our GitHub. It means I want to see any updates from this GitHub, and if the user of this one would like to merge with the fork, then it is also possible. But they are separated, so it will not change or it will not modify the original code. So I'm going to fork. I'm going to fork. And once you fork this one, you need to log in to your GitHub. Okay. So in this case, now I'm logged in my GitHub. Okay. My GitHub is Bernardo Nugroho, and I have another GitHub, which is the Bernardo Yahya. Okay. So I'm going to take this one into my GitHub. Yeah, I already logged in my GitHub. If you I think last time we learned about the GitHub, I guess you already have also your own GitHub. Okay, you can check. After I do the forking, I can create this. So this is my new GitHub. This is my new GitHub about the Login Project Additional. So the name is the same, but the location of the GitHub is different. The original was Bernardo Yahya, but now I'm using my other own GitHub, which is Bernardo Nugroho. In that case, you can also use your login function, your GitHub, and you can make also another login project additional into your GitHub. So here are the code for the Django login, and you can see now it is a fork. So there are 5 forks. Previously, we have only 4, but when I fork into my GitHub, now it becomes 5. And also in the Bernardo Nugroho, it is not possible to fork because is originally from this Bernardo. Yeah. Okay. So we are making like a branch using fork. So you can do the VCS, the version control system, similar to the VCS from origin. Let's say I'm going to check the link from the Github and then get the project from the VCS and then add new configuration and then run the project. So I'm going to use the new one, which is using the Bernardo Nugroho, not using the Bernardo Yahya. Okay. So I'm going to use this one and I'm creating a new project. Okay, let me create a new project. So the new project, if you start from this one, it will not be available because there is no option to make a new project from GitHub. So you need to close. You need to close your project. And after you close, you can go to this section again. Okay, in this section, you have the new project, open and get from VCS. And yeah, you can make the URL again from the GitHub. Now the URL is from my own GitHub. Okay. This is from my own GitHub, which is the Bernardo Nugroho, and then I have the Login project additional. And I'm going to create a new folder, which is Login project additional in the computer, in the local repository. So if I clone this, there will be a question whether you trust this project or not. So I trust this project and then it will create the project in the local computer. After you have this one, of course, you want to run this, you need to add the configuration. And then you can add a new one, which is the Django server. And you can define name. Let's say you can just define the login. And then you can define the interpreter. So the Django server name, I assign the name login, and then I check the Python interpreter, and then if I click OK, if everything okay, then if I run it, this is the same with the previous one. However, in the previous one, we already have the new user, but let's see if I have I use the user. Okay, it's not correct because this is the new project. In the previous one, I used user because I have added the user into the system, but this is a new project. I have not added the user. So let's check some of the code, okay, before I modify the code. So you can see from this, from the views.py, we have several codes here. It is the home view. In the home view, we are going to access the index.html. So index.html is this one. So the index.html is using the base.html, and then we have the body. The body just show welcome. So if you want to check the base, Okay, in the base.html, we are going to use I think we have some of the JS here. Oh, no, so because we use the static, okay. So this is the title. It is related to the Django web programming. And yeah, there are some navigation bar here. So there are some options like we have the bar chart, bubble chart, and pie chart, and it is in the form of drop down. Okay, so yeah, on our meeting, either one, yeah, you asked me about the div. So this is the div class. So for example, this is the div class from the Bootstrap. So it is very specific. Okay, the div class collapse navbar collapse. So yeah, you need to check this class name according to the platform. It's very unique. And this is another div class. It is drop down menu. So yeah, it is also very unique on the Bootstrap itself. Yeah, you can manage the user interface with this HTML file. And as you can see, if you enter, I have the admin, you can have the admin only. And then you can see this is the drop down menu. Okay, this is the drop down menu. This is the drop down menu. And it is located in the base.html. So I would like to focus on the login and logout. Okay. It is a built-in function in the PyCharm. There are some functions related to login and register and logout and password change. So you can see here, this is an unordered list. And this unordered list, we will make a drop-down menu. What is the drop-down? If the user is active. So it means if now you already log in into the system, then your option, okay, the first, you will show the username. Okay, this is the username. So you will get the short name of the user, and then the drop down menu will be two. The first is logout, and the second is password change. So if I click this one, okay, there will be two, logout and change password. If you click the logout, then you will go to the logout. If you click the change password, you will go to the function password change. Else, it means if there is no login information, then I will show the drop-down menu. Login is the login information, the username and the password. Register is to get the sign up. Then you can check login. Where's the login? In the URLs, in the first part, you will see that we have the chart. It means, yeah, it is related to the charts. And then the accounts, so it includes the authorization, authenticate from the Django itself. And then the register. Okay. The register means I want to register a new user. So it is a built-in from the Python. We have the home view, which is the home, and then if you want to create a new one, then you can use the user create view. So here is the user create view, and you are creating a new user. You're checking this HTML file, register.html. So this is the code that is the combination between HTML and the Django. So this is the register.html, and we are going to use the widget fix. So the contents here. For the new registration, please enter your username and password twice. If there is an error in the forms, then there will be an error message wrong. Please correct the errors below, and then it will show the error message. And you will make the class for this one, the div. This is a group of row. Okay. We want to get the username. And the username will be using this kind of format when you type. Okay. And then the password, the first password will be using this, and the second password will be using this. So this password too will be like the verification of the first password. So after you have those information, I would like to submit it. So I just press the register button, and the register button will register a user into the database, and it will go to this information. Okay. So let's say if I want to make some changes. At this stage, I want to go to the index.html. I want to make some, it is not the block body, but it is changed to block content, let's say. Okay. So I do not want to use the block body here because there can be another body, so I want to use a block content. So if I change this one with the block content, I can commit and push. Okay. If you still remember, in the first part, before we do the mid exam, you learn about the Git. We can commit. Commit means I would like to make some changes what I did on my local computer to the Git. So here there is some modification. So you can see the white color is the different. Oh, sorry, the blue color is the different. So there are many changes based on this file. And then index.html. You can see also there are some changes here, maybe only one changes. The first is the block body, and now it becomes block content. When you do commit, you need to give a message. What is the message about your changes? Let's say change the block. So you can commit. Okay. So before you push into this GitHub information, let's check. I go to the login project. Where is it? I go to the templates, okay, and then I want to check this index.html. So in the index.html, the original code is still like block body, like this one. And then, yeah, we have the changes. We want to change from block body to block content. I have committed from this environment. Now, if I want to change into the GitHub, I need to push. So if I push, so it will check this one, whether you are going to put in the origin or you are going to have another fork, or you have to check whether you have another branch or not. So I'm going to just use the origin and I push. So if I push into my GitHub, okay, I will update this one. I will refresh, and you can see now it has been changed to block content according to what I already modified in my computer. So it means the synchronize will happen after you click push button. Okay, first will be the commit. You need to write the commit message, and then you click push, and you can check the updates in your GitHub. Now, we need to know what is the meaning by branch. So suppose you clone a project and you want to modify some section. And you do not want to ruin the original file. You can create a branch to leave the original project and build your own project. And later, you can merge with other brands, including the master. So the origin, I can say it is the master. So if you create a new branch, then it will be in the different direction of the development. We can make a new branch in the GitHub. Suppose you want to make a new branch, let's say, I want to make it into the Git. So you can go to Git and then select the new branch, and let's make a name. Let's say I want to make a new branch which is version 01. So you can go to Git, and then you can make new branch. There is a branch, new branch, and then you will create the branch name. Let's say I have version 01. Okay. Version 01, and then, okay, you can see here, there is one new icon, version 01. Okay. It means that I just created a new branch in my GitHub. Okay, let's say I'm updating again the index.html. Okay. I'm updating the word. I'm not using welcome, but I'm using the welcome again. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, it is welcome. So I'm going to make it welcome again to Django. For example, like this. Okay, I make it a little bit longer. So if you print this one into the web, yeah, you can see welcome again to Django. So there is some changes. And I want to update my GitHub, but I do not want to change the original file. Okay. The original file is welcome, and the new modification is more welcome again to Django. So what I can do with this one is I'm just heading to a new branch. So I will keep the original, I will not modify, and I am going to make a new branch to have a new development. So first, I will like to commit. After you commit and write the commit message, you need to select where you want to update your branch. Let's say I'm going to update my branch in the version 01. So after you select the version 01, then you can push. If you still remember, when you push, it means you push into the GitHub and the original will be modified. But now I have a new branch, so the branch will have a different direction for the development. That's it. I will commit. I will say that change the message. Okay. You can see here it is welcome, and then here is welcome again to Django. Now I want to update from this code into this code by clicking commit. After I do the commit, I want to push. Okay. But before I push, I want to select where should I push. Okay. So you can go to Git and then you can check. You can check the branches. Okay. So one more time, you can go to Git and then you can check branches. What does it mean by branch? Now I have two branches. The first branch is master. So it means this is your original code. And the other branch is version 01. So it separated. If you want to update into the master, yeah, you can also do this one. You can update, you can push, and etc. If you want to do it in the version 01, you can also do the same. Let's say you want to push. Okay. So let me just push into the version 01. So here it mentioned that it will update the version 01. So your file will go to the version 01. If I push, now I will like to see my GitHub. So this is my GitHub, and then I will refresh. What happened? The file has not been updated. Why? We changed to welcome again to Django, but this file is not updated. It is still welcome. Why? Because we are still in the master. We just create a new branch, and we have the branch version 01. If you click the version 01, then you will see that your file has been updated and the text now becomes welcome again to Django. So it is separated. You have your original file and you have a new file, and you will just keep that file in your repository. So you can go back to the master again if you want to check your file. Okay. So let's update another things. Okay, I'm adding a new line, okay, in the index.html, and I'm going to write something in the version 01. Okay, I'm adding this one, and what I can do next is again commit, okay, and then commit, and then write a commit message, and then push again into the version 01, and then check the updates in the GitHub. So let me just make it quick. Okay, commit. So change the message with additional p. Okay, let's say this one. I just have a new p here, so I commit, and then what I can see next is about the information on the version 01. So I can go to brands. I want to update in the version 01. So I can push. Here is the version 01. I'm going to change the message with additional p. So let me push. If I push that one, if I refresh this master, there will be no changes on this master. If I check on the version 01, now you can see there are 2 lines. Okay, so it has been updated. So the original will be still the same as the original, but now the fork or the version 01 is always updated with the new version. Now let's suppose I have another things. I found out that after I have many codes, I want to merge again. So the original file that I already have, I thought that, okay, I think it's the time to merge it together. So we can have the merge. So merge is a function to merge 2 different branches. And in order to merge, you need to select the main branch, the main or the master, and the branch that you want to merge. So before you merge, you need to choose the main, which is the master, and then check out. And then you will return to the original master. So you can go here, you can go to the master and then check out. You can go to Git, and then you can go to the branches. Okay, again, Git, and then you go to the branches. Now you will see the master. In the master, when you click, there are many options like check out, new branch or master, and so on. So I would like to check out. So workspace associated with branch master has been restored. You see this one? So it will return back to the master. So the origin now has been restarted again. And what you can do next is to merge. Okay. We are going to merge with the version 01. So you will find the merge into the master. What is the merge? We are going to merge the version 01. So you can go to Git, and then I'm going to merge. So it's the time, let's say you have your original, and then I have the new version. I'm going to merge it. So what is the version that you are going to merge? Okay, I will merge with the version 01. So I'm going to merge it, and one file updated in 2 commits. So you can see the few commits. Yeah, this one, it was done before. We make the message, change the message, and then change the message with additional T. And if you go to the GitHub, okay, so check your GitHub. So if you check your GitHub, if you refresh this version 1, yeah, it is still the same like this one. But if you go to the master, okay, so this is the version 1. Oh, okay. I think I need to, yeah, if you want to make it effects, you need to push to the master. Okay, so I forgot to push to master. So I need to push this, and you can see here the push. Now you can select to the master. So if you want to push to the version 1, yeah, it means you will still keeping the branches. But if you return back to the master, then you are going to update the original code. So I will update this one. Let me push. So if I refresh this, oh, this is version 1, and let me refresh the master. Okay, now it has been updated with these 2 lines. So the code has been merged together into a new code. Okay, so that's the case of the merging and branches. Okay. I'm not sure how you will do with your team project, but in the future, if you want to use GitHub, yeah, this function is very good to do with team, especially if you have separate section, and then you have your part number 1, your branch, you have part number 2, and at the end you want to merge it. Then yeah, this function will be very useful. Okay, let's discuss about the login function. I will revisit this one. So we know we have 4 functions: the login, register, logout, and the password change. So here you can have the login function with some information in the login.html, register.html, register.done.html, logout.html, and there are also 2 HTML, which is the password change form.html and password change done.html. Let's see. Okay, you can go to this login function. In the previous example, in the Streamlit example, the login function happens in the Python code. But now the login function is in the HTML code. Yeah, you can use either one. You can use the login function in the HTML, or you can use the login function in the Python. If you are using the login function in the HTML, I'm going to load the widget tweaks. Okay. And then you can give the information, please login. and then you will check if the form errors or not. If the form errors, then you will give the error message. If it is not error, you will need to submit your username and your password. And then the login, it is a submission and it will check based on the form information. So form is one of the function in the widget tricks that it will generate the authentication. So we have also the register. And then if we finish with this one, we have the register done. And the logout. The logout means I'm going to finish a session. So if you finish with this session, you can just log out. And then you will show again the login. You will show again what is the login. And then if you want to change your password, it is logout function. If you have the password change, okay, I have not changed the password. So let's see, in the password change, I'm going to change the password. So the change password is something like this one. Please enter your new password twice. So in the admin, I have IME203. Let me make the half IME and then half IME. Okay. So if I do the password change, okay, the Django has some kind of criteria. The criteria of the password, it should be at least 8 characters. Maybe I will change to 204. Oh. Okay, then the password change successful. Okay. So if you want to use this function for your team project, yeah, you can also just utilize this code for the login, logout, and then user registration and password change. So you can apply this one in the HTML file. So this is a separate file and you can just extend. Okay? I think by now you know already the meaning by extend. So you don't need to make a new you don't need to connect directly to your HTML file. You can just make separate and then extend what you already have in your current project. Okay. So I think that's all. Okay. In the login, you have the login check. Okay. And then we have the logout confirmation. And then yeah, we have the register function. We can make the ID password and the password will be entered twice. Okay, I think that's all that I can explain in this section.